You said you're going to move a couple of your company headquarters out of California because of the last legislative move that Gavin Newsom pulled with regards to the trans issue. So
yes, I mean, to be fair, there were many things leading up to that point.
Yes.
And I just feel like, look, it's not that it's the one straw; it's just the final straw.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a cumulative issue. Fair enough.
It's a cumulative issue.
Right. So it's not dramatic grandstanding. It's
no. And moreover, I've had conversations with Gavin Newsom before where I said, if you pass legislation like this, if you sign legislation like this, that in my view puts children in danger, I will move my companies out of California.
And
he knew that ahead of time.
Okay.
The reality is that almost every child goes through some kind of identity crisis.
It's part of puberty.
Exactly. It's just part of growing up. So it's very possible for adults to manipulate children who are having a natural identity crisis into believing that they are the wrong gender.
Yeah.
And that they need to be the other gender, or they need to be a boy, or one needs to be a girl, and that will solve all their problems.
And that will solve their problems.
And then they give them sterilizing drugs, which are called, also a misnomer, puberty blocker. These are sterilization drugs, so they can never have children again.
Yeah.
They have double mastectomies.
Have their forearms stripped to build non-functioning penises.
Yeah. It's macabre. I mean, we have an age of consent for a reason. That the reason you can't get, say, tattoos below age 18, or drink or drive. There are ages at which you can do things, because if we allow children to take permanent actions when they're 10, 12, 14 years old, they will do things that they subsequently greatly regret.
Yes, I've interviewed a couple of people who've done exactly that, and it's
right.
Damn painful.
So I think you're doing.
Why are you willing to make this an issue? Do you think?
I mean, well, it happened to one of my older boys, where I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This was before I had really any understanding of what was going on. We had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, Xavier might commit suicide.
That was a lie right from the outset. No reliable clinician ever believed that. There was never any evidence for that. And also, if there's a higher suicide rate, the reason is because of the underlying depression and anxiety, not because of the gender dysphoria. And every goddamn clinician knows that too. And they're too cowardly to come out and say it, right? And then we end up in exactly when I saw that lie start to propagate, it just made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It's like, I see. So you're telling parents that unless they agree to this radical transformation, that their children are going to die, and you think that's moral, and you think that's true. That is so pathological that it's almost incomprehensible. I can't imagine anything worse. I can't imagine a therapist doing anything worse than that, or sitting by idly, remaining silent while his colleagues are doing it. It's pathetic.
It's incredibly evil. And I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
It won't stop till that happens.
Yeah.
It'll just go underground. Puberty blockers are being accessed online by kids all the time through non-medical channels. So yeah, right. It's not going to stop. Yeah. Okay, so I see. So
I was tricked into doing this, and it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. Anyway, and so I lost my son essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.